Hey everyone, I just wanted to come on and share a quick story of something really fun that happened to me. So, yesterday I went for a walk around my block, and usually when I go for a walk, I take the same route and I just go around the neighborhood. And when I was walking yesterday, I just said a little prayer. I was like, God, I just would love to see some animals and be able to pet them because I don't get to, I don't have animals and I don't get to, you know, see them very often, but I just love them. And sometimes I just want to, want to see them. So I just said that prayer thinking maybe on my walk, I would see some. But I went for my walk, or get to pet them rather. And I went for my walk and I didn't see any animals that I could pet yesterday, but something kind of fun that's been happening in my neighborhood the last 3 times I went for a walk. I ran into a woman. We have wild turkeys in our area, and I sometimes see one turkey in the neighborhood. But when I was walking through the neighborhood, there was a woman and her husband stopped looking at a yard full of turkeys. There were 7 of them. I said, "Wow, that's a lot of them. I've only ever seen one." And she said, "Yeah, they're about to go into the tree." And I didn't know this, but they sleep in the tree. And she said, "Every night around this time, every evening, they all fly into this tree." And she's like, "They kind of just start a running hop and then they fly." And so we watched one by one as it was like this runway. They were hopping on the lawn and then they would take off and fly into the tree. And some of them, they didn't quite make it to the tree, so they were landing on the rooftops, and then from the rooftops they were working up the courage to fly into the tree. I thought it was so cute. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like the airport right now. It's departure time. And so the last couple times I've been on the walk, I've um, been able to, or yesterday when I went for my walk, I was able to see them all kind of fly up to the tree or from the roof to the tree, and it's just kind of a fun little thing. Um, well, tonight I was like, oh, I want to go for a walk, and it was about that time that they start flying, and so I said, I don't ever usually do this, but I was like, I'm going to go opposite on my route. I'm going to go the opposite way and start down this other street to try to catch the turkeys flying in the tree. Well, when I went down the street and I looked up, by the time I looked up, I saw this cat, and this cat had apparently seen me before I saw it because it was literally walking straight towards me. And I've never seen this cat in my neighborhood before at all. And it was a beautiful colored cat. It was calico color. It had orange and black spots and a little bit of white. And it wasn't like all marbled colored, it was like big chunks of different markings. So pretty, and bright green eyes. And um, it was just meowing, and it came right up to me, and I knelt down and I said hi. And it just started, walked all the way around me and was kind of like rubbing against me and let a pet, and it like went up on its hind feet to look up to me to get pet more. And I just had this fun interaction with this cat, and it had a little name tag on, and I was like, oh, I want to find out this cat's name. So I looked at the name tag, and the name tag was Nora, which was cute. I'm like, oh, you're a girl, thank you. And I was like, where do you live? I've never seen you before. So we had our little interaction, and then I was like, okay, bye. Thank you for saying hi. And um, I was just saying, wow, thanks God, I got to pet a cat today on my walk. And as I was walking further down the street, I walked past a house where a woman was outside in her, like, she has kind of like these garden beds in the front yard, and she was out there just doing some work, and her dog is a bigger dog. As soon as this dog saw me, it started walking towards me, and she said, no. And Lily, no, stay. And so the dog stopped. Well, I had kept walking. I kind of looked back just to look at the dog, and the dog, well, all of a sudden I looked back again. The dog just like ran towards me and kind of passed me a little bit. Well, actually, as she was running towards me, I got a little like, the owner was like, Lily, come back, come back. And I said, oh, is she friendly? She's like, oh yeah, she's friendly. She's wagging her tail. And so she kind of got a hold of her and was going to walk her back to the yard. And I said, um, or she said, yeah, usually she stops when I tell her to. I don't know. There's something about you. And so I asked, can I pet your dog? And so I knelt down and pet her dog. And I just felt the need to tell her, I said, yeah, because when she said, she stays in the yard. And when I tell her to stay, she stays, but there's something about you. And I said, well, I felt just the need to tell her. I said, well, I have been praying that I could pet some animals because they're just a bright spot in your day. And so I was petting her and I looked at the dog. I said, so thank you for coming to say hi to me, even if you did make a jailbreak, and made her owner laugh. And so she just said, oh yeah, anytime you walk by here and you want to pet her, feel free to. Her name's Lily. So I was like, oh, thank you. And so I just went on my walk and I just was like, thanks, God, you answered my prayer. It was the prayer I had yesterday, but it came today. I wasn't expecting it. So I got to pet a cat and a dog on my walk, which just made me so happy. And I don't know, just to know that God He's just so sweet and He's so personal. And, we get to talk to Him all day long. We get to tell Him the desires of our heart. We get to just walk with Him, and He shows up and answers those things in really unexpected and fun ways. And I just wanted to record this moment just so I can remember, but also just encourage you guys that He's with us. He hears, and He hears our prayers, and they might show up in unexpected ways that we don't maybe aren't looking for, or like forgot about, or like, oh yeah, I prayed for that. So I just pray that the Lord, when He brings the answer to your prayer, will just remind you and give you a little nudge that this is my answer. You prayed for this. And so you get to have the joy of thanking Him for it, and just rejoicing in the little unexpected surprises He has throughout our day. So anyway, I hope you all are doing well, and I'll talk to you later.